Shalom. We are Dan and Dália alone. We live here in Mitzpe Ramon. This is a small city, small town in the middle of the Negev in the high desert. We're about 850 meters above sea level. As you can see, we're standing here on a viewpoint which look over the crater. This is the biggest crater in Israel and also of this kind of erosive crater all over the world. So this is a very unique place.
As you heard, my name is Dália. I'm 61 years old, and I was born in a traditional family. My father was a religious man. He used to go to synagogue and to keep Shabbat, and we don't. My mother, she didn't do it, and so we are 7 sisters. I'm the sixth in the family. So I am born as a rejected child because my mother, she didn't want me, because we have 5 children in home when I was born. And since I was child, I was very serious person, and I look for meaning of life. So then I grew up, I went to the army, and after the army I went to a few workshops to seek for the truth. And then I met Danny and we got married, and then we started to look for the truth together. And we tried all the bad things. Now we know that it was bad, but in that time we didn't know it. So all the meditation, yoga, all kind of New Age workshops, but we were not. And I also look for the religious part of it with the women that came to our place in the north, and we didn't find any solution in one of them.
I was born to a very secular, nearly even atheist family. My parents were founders of a kibbutz many years ago, before even the foundation of the State of Israel. And they were kind of pioneers here in Israel. And I was born to quite regular family, what they call Ashkenazic family. And regular life of a family in Israel in those years. Then going to the army, finished my high school, going to the army service, serving the years in the army. And then after the army, I just resigned. I just finished my service, and I met Dália. We met each other, and we got married. And our oldest son was born. And then, as Dália shared, we started to look for the truth. And as she said, we were going a few things. We're looking for things to find how we could improve our life, to make our life better. So we went to America in the summer of '91. All family. I got what they call a one year sabbatical from my workplace, and we came to the west coast of America, to the state of Oregon, and we settled down there. And after we sat down in the summer, everything was settled. We start to explore America, and one of the first short trips we took was to a very nice natural park. So we parked our car and we went down to see one of the waterfalls, and Dália was holding a new camera we just bought on her neck, and we saw a lady sitting on a rock and speaking to somebody. And Dália said to me, "Look, she has the same camera that we have." And then I was care for our children. They were running here and there, and I called him in Hebrew. And all of a sudden, Dália said to me, "Come." And this lady was sitting and looking with big eyes on us. She said, "Wow, you are Jewish, you are Israeli." She heard my Hebrew. And then she said, "Oh, I'm Jewish too." And we started to speak a little bit, and we took her with us. She joined us for walking in the park. And we were walking, and she was sharing with us. She loved God, and God is her Father, and God loves her so much. And so for us as Israelis, Jewish, it sounded very, very, very natural. She was speaking about God, And we was trying to convince her about our New Age things, but we were talking in parallel, we here, she's there, but we felt somehow something is special about her. We didn't understand it at the time. We came back to the parking lot to say goodbye, and we exchanged addresses and phone numbers, and we told her about our oldest son we are going to celebrate his bar mitzvah in 3 months, and she was so excited, so we invited her to come. Month and a half later, now it was the 3 months since we met her first time, we had the bar mitzvah party. Actually, it was in the synagogue in our Jewish community in the city where we lived. And she came in the evening, and she told us on the spot, I'm not going to spend the night with you because I have a very good friend of me, you are very busy, but I'm going to spend with you only the dinner, what they call the shabat dinner. So we spent time, we're talking into the night, and in the middle of the night, just when we want to say goodbye and good night, going to sleep, she said that she believed in Yeshua, she believed in Jesus, in Yeshua, and she's a believer. And we don't remember exactly what was going there because it's kind of foggy for us today, but we remember she was sharing with us a few scriptures, maybe from Isaiah 53 or Jeremiah 31, and in that moment, I believed. I didn't understand anything. We need to make it very understandable. We as Jewish people, Israelis, in our 40s, we never read the New Testament before. We never even heard that there are Jewish people who believe in Yeshua, in Jesus. We never met kind of people before, kind of people who believe in Yeshua, Jewish. Yeah. So, but I believe, and Dália was with me in that moment. Even we don't understand anything. We say, wow.
It was the heart, not the head.
He should be the Messiah because, half of the world are following him. So it should be him. So we came to know the Lord, and during the years we moved to the Negev, and now we're sharing the gospel with people here in Mitzpeh Ramon and in other places in the Negev area. And we know it's really important to share the gospel with the Jewish people. Jewish people, the Jews are not different from anybody else, and they are not exclusive and not better than anybody else. God says we are not better to anybody. God didn't choose us because we are better, we are good. He chose us because of His plan to bring the Messiah, to bring the gospel to all the world. Now we need to bring the gospel to the Jewish people. Actually, Yeshua came to preach the gospel to the Jews, but they didn't receive him. He came to his own, but they didn't receive him. So the gospel went all over the world. But
it was his plan.
But now it needs to come back to the Jews, and Jewish people need to hear the good news. They hear to know the truth, and they need to follow Yeshua. This is the only way. Yeshua said, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. Only who will come through me will come to the Father. So He's the only way. There's no other way. No other way there's no bypass, no any other way to come to heaven by through Yeshua. So the Jewish people needs to hear the news. Praise God that we got the news. We heard the news. We heard the gospel. So we could choose it and to receive it and to follow Yeshua until today, and praise God into eternity.